Morning, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. How are you doing this morning?
I know. Did you sleep okay?
Oh, not really. I had a crazy dream.
What was it about?
I can't remember. Did you guys hear about this?
What is it?
A shooting at the supermarket?
Another one?
This is ridiculous.
Was anybody hurt this time?
3 dead, 3 wounded in hospital.
Really?
Oh, goodness. It's all bad news all the time.
Somebody should do something about it.
Like the government maybe, or the police, or I don't know.
I guess. There's a prayer meeting at my church tonight if you're interested in going.
Oh, right. I heard about that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go. I kind of want to stay home tonight. But
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Sarah?
Well,
Less than 1% of the population in Ireland is evangelical, has a living relationship with Jesus Christ.
But then she said that she read in the Quran that the parents, if a child turns away from Islam to Christianity or to another religion, the parents of that child would go to hell. And there was such a deep hurt.
Evangelical population very, very small, and so religion is high. But also then you've got that mixed with drink and alcohol and suicide. Huge problems in Ireland.
A lot of, poor people, people that are not integrated into society, that are lonely, a lot of alcohol and a lot of drugs as well.
Even if you look at the issue of street children, we think this is something which happens in Asia, which happens in Brazil. There are around 7,000 street children living just in Germany alone.
We have a lot of immigrants in Switzerland, and a lot of them are kind of lost because it's a different culture they live in, they don't have their family with them, so a lot of loneliness.
They said, "Where is your mother?" And she said, "Well, my mother is not here, she's at work." And then they said, "Well, are you alone here?" And he said, "Yes, I'm alone here. I'm alone here every evening. My mother is always going to work at 5 in the evening and she comes home at 3 or 4 in the morning." In a city of Zurich, everything is organized and things, but there are still families which are alone, which have no contacts. Little girls like 9 years old stay alone, home alone all day because the mother is sleeping and at night she's working. It touched my heart. There's a great need.
I heard of a guy that invited 300 friends to his birthday, and he had this big party with 300 friends, and later on he called somebody up, a professional helper in crisis, and he asked him, "Hey, I read about you that you had this birthday party with 300 people. Can't you call any of your friends?" "No, I can't call anybody." None of the 300 he would be able to call, but they all come to his birthday party. But being able then to really share on a friendship basis is very difficult. And the whole issue of having friendships, real friends that you actually can share, it's a big problem.
And the question to me is, how do we respond as Christians? I think it's great and nice to meet every Sunday in our church, but very often I think we don't have a clue of what's going on outside the church. Do we offer an answer? Do we show the love of God to the Europeans where they need it? Or do we close our eyes, just celebrate our own, us being saved, but don't serve the people of Europe where they need help?
At one day that we discovered that one family in our neighborhood had very severe difficulties with their daughter. I contacted my friend in Africa and asked him if he could pray for this girl, Anushka, so that God would be able to do a miracle and restore that relationship and restore that girl, that she would come to know the Lord. But then this guy, my friend in Africa, he just called me back and he said, well, I'm ready to pray for you together with our church here, and we want to pray for Anushka, but listen, that's not all. Your responsibility is that you are following up this girl. You are responsible, you are in charge to take care for the whole family and for their sake and for their future. So I was really shocked. I thought, oh man, is this really my responsibility? But I discovered, yes, the Lord is not just looking at the souls, but at the whole restoration of people. We haven't heard of her for about 6 or 8 months. All of a sudden she knocked at our door and she asked if she could talk with me. And I started to share with her the gospel, and she said, well, I've never heard something like that. And I asked her if she would be ready that I could pray for her. She said, oh, here? Can we pray here? I said, yes, I would like to pray for you. So I prayed for her, and at the end she had tears in her eyes and said, I never had something like that. Can you continue to pray for me?
One evening we prayed for countries like India and Africa. The next morning I heard somebody asking why we never pray for his country. He was from Belgium. He told us that less than 1% of the population from his country are Christian. I was shocked. I didn't know that this is possible in a European country. A few months later I went to an outreach in Belgium, and I felt God's heart breaking for his children. I always said that I would never go into missions, but I knew I had to go to Europe.